Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. So the Tahm Kench reveal is out, and I'm here to review it and give my first impressions as per usual. First though, we're going to go through this short video that was released yesterday. I did not make a separate video for it, however I will include it in this one. I have seen these cards, so this will not be my first impression. However, I still want to talk about them and showcase what the cards are in case you haven't seen the video. So it's really weird. It was released without volume. So we got the first landmark for Bilgewater, first and the last probably. So 3 mana, Slaughter Docks is a landmark, so it does not have stats. It cannot be removed unless a card says it can remove a landmark. Round start, toss 1. If you are deep, destroy me to summon a random sea monster. So early game, this basically is just a free toss 1. You get 1 closer every turn, and if you're already deep, pop 1 sea monster. So it's sort of like a ramp-ish kind of card. Instead of generating mana, you are generating toss value. So it's pretty interesting. My only problem with it is that the deck space right now is kind of tight. The deck is really refined. It's in a great spot, and I don't know what you take out in order to put in Slaughter Docks. Like, it's not better than the cards that we already have. However, I've heard that it might be better in non-Shadow Isles variants that has room. If you're not running, you know, Maokai and Deadbloom and stuff, you can go Bilgewater and some other region, or mono Bilgewater. Usually it's like P and Z, though, and then you can have Slaughter Docks teched in there to actually help toss, since you're lacking the Maokai, the Deadbloom, and the Thorny Toad. Let's see what else we got. We got Sunk Cost. 8 mana slow spell from Bilgewater. Shuffle a unit or landmark into its deck. So this is of course really high cost. Bilgewater has no way of cheapening this. This is just, you pay for what you get, you know? Shuffle a unit or landmark into the deck. It's like Riptide, double the cost. However, you don't need Nautilus, and it can target a landmark. That's all there is to it, really. Alright, and here we have the first of the self-harm Bilgewater cards. 3 mana, 3/5, elusive. Round start, deal 2 to me. So this is going to be a, like, let's say you play this on attack turn 3, you get in your 3 damage. Next turn it is a 3 mana, 3/3, which is actually really good. So it can survive a couple turns. You get 2 hits in before it offs itself, unless you have buffs and heals, of course. Decent card by itself. Bilgewater having another elusive is kind of cool. They'll probably be used in aggro decks. Next we have a 2 mana 2/3 premium stat line. However, deal 1 to me and to an ally to draw 1. My immediate concern is putting this on Crimson Disciple. So you play Croaker on turn 3, I guess, and then you have deal 1 to the enemy nexus and draw 1, and this can get kind of scary with the other self-harm stuff from other regions, like Noxus primarily. It's also a good draw card. Unit-based draw is pretty neat. Next we have Boxtopus. 2 mana 3/4 challenger. On play, deal 3 to me. So he's a 2 mana 3/1. Basically less attack than the Triferian card. Glory Seeker, I think her name is. That's a 2 mana 5/1 but can't block. This is a 2 mana 3/1 but can block. So we're trading off the blocking ability for 2 attack, which is just good enough in the early game, to be honest. Boxtopus can beat down pretty much whatever he wants on the first 2 turns, minus Solari Shieldbearer. Next we have Crusty Codger. 1 mana 2/4, deal 2 to me, so he's a 1 mana 2/2. You have to take into consideration that this can be cheated out by Petty Officer, in which case he will not take damage because he is being summoned and not played from hand. So Petty Officer can now just randomly summon you a 2/4, which is better than himself. You can also get this out of Island Navigator, and it will give him Scout. There's some synergy with Professor Von Yip. There is some synergy with Cruel Taskmaster, and this is a really scary 1-drop. Don't let the 1 mana 2/2 scary or stop you from seeing how scary he actually is. Finally, we have Crumble, 5 mana slow spell from Shadow Isles. Kill an ally to kill a unit or destroy a landmark. So Shadow Isles already has single target removal in the form of Vengeance. This is 2 mana less. This is a slow though, and you have to kill an ally. So you're saving 2 mana but losing a unit. I guess this is better in Callista variations where you can play, you know, the self-mutilation cards and then just pop them with Crumble. So you can hit like Undying, you can hit the 2 mana 1/1 that summons the 4/3 Escaped Abomination on death, and use it to synergize that way, so you're benefiting. Obviously you don't want to hit something that is not going to benefit you with this card. Alright, and that's it for this first reveal. My quick thoughts on it is that these self-harm cards are going to be very good with Swain, because this is dealing damage, so that will level up Swain faster. We could probably see a mid-range version of maybe Swain TF or Swain Tahm, depending on what Tahm does, which we'll see very shortly. And then it'll be like how Swain already functions, but instead of stalling, get Leviathan Swain, you win, it's actually going to put up early game pressure units like Boxtopus and stuff, and then be able to play Swain already leveled on 5 or 6, and then trying to win the game using Leviathan from there instead of stalling the whole time. With that though, let's get into the Tahm Kench reveal. This is my first time seeing it. I have no idea what he does. Let's get it. Volume check.
Table for one, if you'd oblige.
Tahm Kench dines in. Hey, chill out, Tom. You had a lot of text on here, looking like a Yu-Gi-Oh card real quick. Let me catch up. Round start. Create an acquired taste in hand. Okay. Acquired taste probably captures something like Detain because he has a level up effect. I've captured 3+ units. When I level up, obliterate my captured enemies and release my allies. So I'm guessing acquired taste can choose either an enemy or an ally, put him in his stomach. When he levels up, obliterate the enemies, release the allies. That's really cool. 4 mana 2/6, so yikes, he can get hit by Calling Strike. You better buff him with some kind of spell. Otherwise this is not going to be safe for very long against Noxus strategies. 4 mana 2/6, good stat line, really defensive. Alright, let's get on with it.
For supper. Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
Yep, 2 mana spell. Tahm Kench swallows an enemy unit. It strikes him, then he captures it. It strikes him, so he takes damage? Oh man. Devour friend and foe to clear the board. This music's cool.
The river always provides. Bargain accepted.
And now that captures another ally and gains the captured ally stats. Oh, that's cool though. That's really good. We're making the 1-man army. Boom. That's captured 3 things. That's level up. Nice.
Come along. There's room for
That's so cool. Create an acquired taste. Attack, obliterate my captured enemies and release. So it's on attack every time too now.
out you get, child.
Oh, this is so extra.
Let us reconnoiter. I'll scrutinize something scrumptious.
Whoa. That was sick. I like the tongue effect.
Now we gormandize.
Now he Gormandize? Is he making up words? I mean, he's Tahm. He can do that if he wants. So I'm just wondering. I've never heard that before. Music's really cool. Love the vibe. Love the theme. His level up is actually insane. A lot easier than I thought it would be with Detain itself, but that's forcing you to run Demacia. So he's very, very interesting. Very different than what I thought he was going to be. Level up animation is clean, though, I will say. It's probably one of my favorite ones now. I love the contract coming out and getting the signature, and then boom, you're down. Down in the water, as Tahm Kench does. So his level up effect also triggers every time you attack once he is already leveled up. It is very interesting. Okay. Very scary threat. I kind of like 1-man army deck types. Not Fiora, though, because she's a win condition by herself and really, really annoying to play around. It feels like you're playing 2 games of solitaire at the same time. Tahm Kench is the proper way to do 1-man army. He's like extremely powerful threat you have to remove. before he starts eating all your stuff and obliterating them too. Obliterate's very powerful effect. Cannot take that for granted. So here we have the cards associated with Tahm Kench. 3 mana slow spell, Bayou Brunch, Bayou, yeah. An ally captures another ally, gains the captured ally stats, shuffle Tahm Kench into your deck, so this is the Tahm Kench specific spell. Acquired Taste, yeah, it strikes him. But putting your ally stats on your Tahm is really smart. I like the synergy showcase that it had with Hunting Fleet, giving him maximum stacks, or yeah, maximum stats. It's actually really cool. There's probably some other good targets I'm not thinking of right away. Unfortunately, you don't capture like their keywords or their effects. If so, that'd be kind of too broken, I guess. Maybe the keywords wouldn't, though. You can just like, give Tahm Tough if you eat a 2/2 and then you start stacking keywords and you become a mini Fluff to the Poros, I guess. That'd be kind of neat. But we got 6 mana, 3/8, Overwhelm, but vulnerable. Play, deal 1 to all other allies, and grant me +1/+0 for each of them. So this is a Vladimir card. This is not a Tahm Kench card. 1 mana burst spell, Shakedown. Yeah, grabbing them by the tongue. It's kind of messed up. Deal 2 to an ally to grant 2 enemies vulnerable. Oh, that's really interesting. That's a very powerful effect. Deal 2 to an ally though? That's kind of rough. You always want to deal 1 to allies, not 2. Alright. Overall, I think Tahm Kench is going to be very interesting. There's going to be a lot of cool build-arounds. I don't know what champion you play alongside him right away off the top of my head, but I am very excited to see Tahm Kench Demacia variations, and then when people branch out and take away like the fact that you don't need Detain, that you can run like some other stuff, maybe something that makes them even more enabled and more powerful. Oh boy, can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome. With that, thank you for watching. I appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Really helps me out since I'm still trying to grow. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, beginner-friendly videos, gameplay highlights, and so much more in the near future. So with that, thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters.